Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hello, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, giving all praises to the great I am, my Father in heaven. Much love to his Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Shout out to the elect, aka the prophets, whoever they might be among Israel. Much love to you guys. Shout out to the Akwaf, the beautiful men that's in the Word, and whether you be from a camp or not, you go to the highways and byways, you do your videos, you do everything in the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to show him that you love him and you fear him. And shout out to the beautiful Akwaf, the beautiful women that's in the Word, and whether you got a man or not, you still feel the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh. You listen and you learn in silence. And coming back at you with another video. I forgot I was going to call it. Damn. I was going to call it the something. But it totally left my mind. Well, I can think of a title on the spot. We could just call it wisdom for the men of Israel, because I've been watching a lot of encouraging guys. They some of them aren't really into the truth, but they got a lot of wisdom and a lot of things on how to combat and how to deal with this world, and not just women. No, well, women as well, but the things and challenges of this world, how to combat that, how to deal with that. And, this is just mostly focused on the men of Israel, whomever might be listening, because I know they demonetized my channel, for speaking the truth. I got to figure out how to go live, that I can get more people to listen to me. But, I mean, I'm not in no rush. It's no biggie. Don't really take it personal. That's just, the white man trying to cut me off, trying to cut a brother off, try to stop people from getting the truth. But, thank you, how about Shem Yahushai? I'm not that good at it, but it's other men that's out there that's real good at it, and they're getting the listeners to listen. You stumble on my channel, I'm just one of those listeners, man. But anyway, just, for men to have that understanding from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the Lord, he is, he's the creator of game. He's the creator of strength. He's the creator of all that. It says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times, and wisdom, knowledge, understanding shall be the stability of the times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is a treasure. It is a treasure. And all of that wisdom, all of that game, how to handle women, how to become a stronger man, is all in the Bible, man. It's all in the Bible. So I wanted to get a quick story. It was the story of Samson. And, wait, that was the title, Watch Out for Women. Yeah, it might be so blatantly and it might be kind of cruel, but that was the title. But, oh well. Samson in the Bible. Book of Judges, chapter 13 and 16. The book of Judges. Found it. Book of Judges chapter 13, because this was a good one and a forgotten one that I forgot about, but it's really important, and it's really educative. No, this is Joshua. Where's Judges? 155. Oh, I was just right there. Chapter 13. Where's chapter 13? Sorry, it's terrible quality. I really don't care though. This one right here, this is chapter 13, Judges, and yeah, I'm going to fix this part. Come on, damn book. There we go, that's a little bit better. Yeah. It says 13, Judges 13, it says, and the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Yahweh, and Yahweh delivered them into the hand of the Philistines for 40 years. So, you know, it was 14 captivities. Philistine was one of them. We are aware of that. It says, and there was a certain man of Zorah of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren and bare not, so she had no kids. It says, and the angel of Yahweh appeared unto the woman and said unto her, behold, now thou art barren and bearest not, but thou shalt conceive and bear a son. So they was that proves to you also that the story of Mary, when she had Yahushua, it took both of them, male and female. So in this one, it was the same thing, male and female. She did not have no child, and she was a virgin, and no, she didn't have a child, and she was a virgin, no, and she didn't need no man. So, you know, being a virgin that had a child, that is not true. You know, that is not canon in the Bible. What is canon is that and the same thing in the story, they had to have sex in order to have a child, conceive a child. So she could not conceive a child, but Yahweh blessed her. So when her and her husband laid down, they can have a child. Okay, she was also meant to be a testimony and a miracle to prove Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's existence and His glory. So the same thing with Mary and I forgot his name, Joseph, I think. Joseph. I gotta read more. I'll be going off. But same thing with Mary and her husband is the same thing with Manoah and his wife. Okay, same thing. So you know, you get tired of people hearing that that's not in the truth. They actually think Mary was a virgin and she had a baby without a man, and that is not possible. You ain't never heard of nothing like that happening among humans, but the animals can do it, but the humans can't do it. It's 2 and 2 that need to be together to do it. You can't just have one, you know. But that one right there, it says, now therefore I pray thee, and drink not of strong drink, no, drink not wine nor strong drink, and eat any unclean thing, for lo, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and no razor shall come upon his head, for the child shall be a Nazarite unto Yahweh from the womb. So this is where they also get dreadlocks at. So Nazarites wore dreadlocks, but at a time in a day in a year, they would cut the dreadlocks off. It's a part of like some sort of ritual or pilgrimage with the Lord, you know. But that's if they Nazarites. So now, if you're not a Nazarite, you're not supposed to be wearing dreads. You're not supposed to have long hair at all. Long hair is for women, and then short hair is for men. Got your hair nice and cut, that's cool. Got beard, that's cool. You know, but not no long hair, with the beard, that's not canon in the Bible, bro. So it says, for he shall be a Nazarite unto Yahweh from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines. That's right. It says, then the woman told her husband, saying, a man of Yahweh came unto me. It says, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of Yahweh. Yeah, angel came to visit her. Very terrible. It says, but I asked him not whence he was, neither he told me what his name, because it didn't matter. As long as she got the message, that was important. But angels are very scary. They are very terrifying. And some people, like it says, for you attend angels unawares. You need to be careful who you talk to. You need to be careful who you commune with. You need to be careful of that, because you don't know if you're attending an angel unaware, and you could be treating them like garbage. You could be treating them any kind of way. You could be being rude to them, and that could be an angel of Yahweh, and they could fly back up and give you a bad report. And depending on what you did, the Lord can judge you to destroy you, or he can, you get punished for that. But ultimately, yeah, you got to be nice. Try to be nice. So it says, he says, but he said unto me, behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and now drink no wine nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing, for the child will be a Nazarite to Yahweh from the womb to the day of his death. It says, then Manoah entreated Yahweh and said, O my Lord, let the man of Yahweh which thou didst send come again unto us, and teach us what we shall do unto the child that shall be born. And it says, and Yahweh hearkened to the voice of Manoah, and the angel of Yahweh came unto the woman as she sat in the field. But Manoah, her husband, was not with her. And the woman made haste and ran and showed her husband, and said unto him, behold, the man hath appeared unto me, that he came unto me the other day. So, yeah. It says, and Manoah arose and went after his wife, and said to the man, and said unto him, art thou the man that speaketh unto the woman? And he said, I am. Because the angel appeared out of nowhere and it scared the woman. It says, and Manoah said, now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, and how shall we do unto him? And the angel of Yahweh said unto Manoah, it says, of all that I said unto the woman, let her beware. She may not eat of anything that cometh of the vine, neither drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. It says, all that I command her, let her observe. It says, and Manoah said unto the angel of Yahweh, I pray thee, let us detain thee until we shall have made ready the kid for thee. And the angel of Yahweh said unto Manoah, though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread, and I will offer a burnt, and if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto Yahweh. It says, for Manoah knew not that he was an angel of Yahweh, because he disguised himself as a man. He said he had the countenance of an angel. Where they come to you like that? It says, and Manoah said unto the angel of Yahweh, what is thy name, that when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor? It says, and the angel of Yahweh said unto him, why askest thou after my name, seeing it is secret? It says, so Manoah took a kid with a meat offering, and offered it unto the rock of Yahweh, and the angel did wondrously. And Manoah and his wife looked on, for it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, the angel of Yahweh ascended in the flame of the altar, and Manoah and his wife looked on it, and fell on their faces to the ground. So, but the angel of Yahweh did no more appear to Manoah and his wife. That was scary. But he had to prove to, look, I'm an angel of the Lord. Does it really matter about my name? I just came to give you the message, which is important. It says, least they, and that's why he told them to worship Yahweh. At least they worship him instead of the Lord. So it says, then Manoah knew that he was an angel of Yahweh. And Manoah said unto his wife, we shall surely die because we have seen Yahweh. It says, but his wife said unto him, if Yahweh were pleased to kill us, he would not have received the burnt offering and meat offering at our hands, neither we should have showed us all these things, nor would at this time have told us such things as these. And the woman bare a son and called his name Samson. And the child grew, and Yahweh blessed him. And the spirit of Yahweh began to move him at times in the camp of Dan, between Zorah and Eshtal. It says, and Samson went down to Timoth and saw a woman of Timoth of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and he told her father and his father and his mother, and said, I have seen a woman of Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to wife. It says, then his father and his mother said unto him, is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of an uncircumcised Philistines? Right, because they would rather for him to date in, it was stay in the tribe to date. It says, and Samson said unto his father, get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. It says, but his father and his mother knew not that it was of Yahweh, and that he sought an occasion against the Philistines, for at the time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Yeah, because he was trying to set him free. Well, his plan was to set him free. It says, then Samson went down, and his father and his mother, to Timnath, and they came to the vineyards of Timnath, and behold, a young lion warred against him, and the spirit of Yahweh came mightily upon him, and he went and he rent him as he had rent a kid, and had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And that's where they get the sorry to add, but that's where they get the story of Hercules, and the story of Hercules in general, because Hercules had battled the Nemean lion in his story, but actually it was Samson, the big black guy with the dreads, that actually handled the lion in the story of the Bible. So a lot of these stories that are mythological, and a lot of this stuff, all of these different religions, they are inspired from the Bible itself, and got these different ideas of gods and different ideas of heaven and what they think is hell, and they own sort of set of prophets. They all take after the Bible. So I'm glad that story came up. It says, and he went down and he talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. It says they slept together. That's what it said, pleased, It says, and after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion, because he killed the lion with his bare hands. He choked that lion, probably broke that lion's neck. So, and he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his mother, and he gave them, and they did eat, but he did not tell them that he was taking the honey out of the carcass of a lion. It says, so his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. So it says, and it came to pass when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said unto them, I will not put forth a riddle unto you. If ye certainly declare it to me within 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheets and 30 chains of garments. It says, but if ye cannot declare it to me, then ye shall give me 30 sheets and 30 chains of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat. It says, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. It says, and it came to pass on the 7th day that they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare us the riddle. It says, Lest we burn thee and thy father's house with fire. Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? And Samson's wife wept before him and said, Thou dost but hate me and lovest me not. It says, and has not told it to me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it to my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it to thee? It says, and the woman, it says, ooh, these old English letters be killing me. It says, and she wept before him 7 days, while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day that he told her, because she lay sore upon him. And she told the riddle to the children of her people. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day before the sun went down, What is the sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with my heifer, ye would have not found out my riddle. And the spirit of Yahweh came upon him, and he went down to Askelon and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them, which expounded the riddle. It says, and his anger was kindled, and he went upon his father's house. It says, but Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Strange. It says, but it came to pass while after in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid, and he said, I will go into my wife into the chamber. It says, but her father would not suffer him to go in. So it says, and her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her, therefore I gave her to thy companion. Oh, that's yeah. That's fucked up. It says, is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. It says, and Samson said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. So he killed them all for the woman, just for the woman to leave him for another man, and for the father to allow it. Now she married to another man, and he did all that shit for no reason. It says, and Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails. It says, and when he set the brands on fire, he let them go into the stand corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both the stocks and also the standing corn with the vineyards and olives. But as you can see, that made him mad, so he attacked the Philistines even more, which was a part of Yahweh Shem Yahushai's plan to set free the Israelites. So it says, then the Philistines said, Who have done this? And they answered Samson, the son-in-law of the Temanite. It says, because he had taken his wife and give her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire. Who was going down? And Samson said unto them, Though ye have done this, yet I will be avenged of you, and after that I will cease. It says, and he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. It says, and he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock of Etam. It says, then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah and spread themselves in Lehi. I fucked up. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, why are ye come up against us? And they answered, it says, to bind Samson are we come up, to do to him as he have done to us. It says, then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock of Etam, and said to Samson, knowest thou not that Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And he said unto them, as they did unto me, so I have done unto them. It says, and they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said unto them, swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, no, but we will bind thee fast and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee. And they will bind him with the new cords, and brought him up from the rock. It says, and when he came to Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the cords that were upon his arms became flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men there were with. It says, and Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jawbone of an ass I have slain 1,000 men. So he had that power, and he had that strength. It says, and it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast the jawbone out of his hand, and called the place of Ramath Lehi. And he swore he was sore athirst, and called unto Yahweh, and said, thou hast given me a great deliverance into thy hand of thy servant, and how shall I die? And now shall I die for thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised. But Yahweh gave him a hollow place. There was in the jaw of there that came water without. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again and revived, and wherefore he called the name thereof En Hakkore, which was in Lehi to this day. It says, and he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines for 20 years. That's a long time. And you got to be strong. That's what it's teaching you. Be a strong man. And the other point is coming. It says, and then Samson went to Gaza, and saw there an harlot, and went unto her. And it was told to the Gazites, saying, Samson is come hither. And they compassed in him, and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and were quiet all the night, saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him. And Samson laid till midnight, and arose at midnight, and took the doors of the gate of the city, and the two posts, and went away with them, bar and all, and put them on his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of an hill that is before Hebron. And it came to pass afterwards that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. It says, and the lords of the Philistines came up unto her. So, and said unto her, entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver. And Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee. This is why you don't trust women. Here it comes. It says, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, If they bind me with 7 green withs, that we were never dried, then I shall be weak and be as another man. Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green withs, and which not had been dried, and she bound him with them. And there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake his wits as a thread of tow is broken with it when he touches it with the fire. So his strength was not known. And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. See, she's enticing him to see his weakness. That's how women will do you, man. They will do everything to find their weakness, to take advantage of you, and to take over you and to dominate you. And he planned, and he should have followed his first mind and kept lying to her. It says, Delilah took new ropes and bound him wherewith, and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liars in wait, abiding in the chamber, and he brake them from off his arms like a thread. It says, And Delilah said unto Samson, Hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with a pin, and said unto him, The Philistines are upon thee, Samson. And he awaked out of sleep, and went away with the pin of the beam and the weave. And she said, How canst thou say, I love thee, when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him so that his soul was vexed to death, that he told her all his heart. And he said unto her, There have not been a razor upon my head, for thou hast been a Nazarite unto Yahweh from my mother's womb. It says, If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like as any other man. So that right there, she had to spend a little bit more time with him. But it was crazy, because he should have known that she was the enemy. He was sleeping with the enemy the whole time. And now we make it to my point, and then I'm gonna read the rest of this because it was pretty good. But now I get to my point. You got to be strong, man. You got to be real strong and endure your obstacles and build your strength, even if it takes the time to be by yourself, to be on your own. It's not good to be in women's face all the time. And I've been listening to a lot of cats say that, man. Take time out for yourself. It could be a couple years before you touch another woman. But preparation and building is very important, and for you to be wise, and for you to have that wisdom and knowledge, understanding that the Lord want to put into you, and to make you bold and to make you strong. That way, when these times come, and times past you failed, but now you're going to get it all right, and now you're strong enough to deal with these obstacles, deal with these women, and it won't phase you, because this right here is a good learning lesson, and you can't trust a lot of women, you can't trust them. So it says right here, and when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, Salakia. It says, saying, Come up this once, for he hath showed me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines come upon her, and brought money in their hand. It says, and she made him sleep upon her knees, and she called for a man, and caused him to shave off his locks of his head, shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him, because he should have never told her that. And that's another thing too. You can't tell women what's on your mind. You can't be telling women how you feel. You can't be telling women what's your objective them and where you see them, you know, because they would take that as a sign of weakness and you're not supposed to show a woman that you care much. You know, you're not supposed to show them that you actually care about them or you love them. No, you stand strong. You stand for what you want and you take it. That's how it is. And women respect you more when you do that. You know, it sounds like the bad guy, but in a way, it's true. A lot of women respect the bad guy more than they respect the good guy. You know, and you got to acknowledge that, man. You got to be strong in that. And that's another lesson learned from the Bible, too. So it says, and the Philistines, and she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep. She played the damsel in distress. Oh my goodness, the Philistines are here, help me. And said, I will go out as the other times as before and shake myself. And he wist not that Yahweh was departed from him. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow after it was shaven, because he was in that jail for some years. They blinded him, they beat him bad, and they cut his hair off all over a woman, all because he decided to love this woman. And the woman, she didn't care about him, she didn't love him, and she only did it for the money, you know, and that was sad. And women will sell you out, man. They will sell you out, bro, for another man and another man's desires, man. So you gotta have that mind frame and that mentality to either avoid these women or treat them how they want to be treated. If a woman want to be treated like she ain't shit, treat her like she ain't shit, man. And even if a woman wanted to be treated special, still treat her like she's nothing. Because at the end of the day, if you put a woman over you, she's gonna feel like you glorifying her and you worshiping her. She's gonna feel like she's better, you know, and try to overpower you, you know. So, you know, be strong, be smart, and focus on yourself, man. Take your time out of this world and focus on you, because you are all that matters. You building a foundation for yourself. You going to the gym. You working on things that you want to work on. There's plenty of things in the world than women, you know. There's other things in the world than women. If not, then it would be nothing in this world but just women. And that would be important. That's not the most important thing in your life, and that should be the last thing in your life. That shouldn't even be on your list of the last things. That should be something to do when the whole list is complete, and you'd be like, okay, now, you know, oh, it's women to kick it with. Oh, we can go outside to go do something. You know, it's not that to go outside, but go out when you're ready. Go out when you look your best. Go out when you're in your prime. Take care of yourself. You know, focus on you. Stop chasing. Don't worry about these women. They're not going nowhere. The game not going nowhere. You focus on yourself, man. And keep your guard up around these women. I'm tired of seeing these simps falling for the same old trick. Them not reading the situation. They not reading the room. They falling for all this bullshit. And they want to be heartbroken and turn into psychos when these women deceive them, man. And it was obvious from the get. Like I said, you notice all the signs before you crash. And your dumbass, you still crash. And you notice all the signs. Yahweh is leaving you signs and all that, telling you what to do and what not to do. But you don't listen. And when you finally crash, nobody feel bad for you because it was all there. It was all in your face to see. For you to read the room, read the game, understand it. Don't trust this female. And if you can get something out of her, get it out of her. But then again, move on if you got to. You don't be there and just sit there and play with this girl and play the game with her knowing what the end will be. And that's another story in Samson. That what happened to him, because he playing the game, playing with this female, and this female actually mean to harm him. She's the one setting him up, and as obvious as it was, he just didn't see that. It turned into a big ass simp over this female, you know. It says, then the lords of the Philistines gathered together to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon, their god, and to rejoice. for they said, our God hath delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hands. When that's not so, Yahweh did. And when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, our God hath delivered into our hands our enemy and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. Yeah, he did kill thousands of them. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, they were drunk. It says that they said, call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars. It says, and Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillars, whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. It says, now the house was full of men and women. It says, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. It says, and there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women, and that held while Samson made sport. It says, and Samson called unto Yahweh and said, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O Yahweh, that I may be avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. And Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, and one of his right hand, one with his right hand, and one of his left. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines, and be bowed. And he bowed himself with all his might, that if the house fell upon the lords, and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life. It was a whole palace of the Democrats, the Republicans, the governments. The king was there, probably the queen was there. They had all the whores there. They had all the servants there. Everybody was there to laugh and make fun of him. But that was the Lord's plan, to gather them all up in one place and to slaughter them. And that's what's going to happen to the white man in the future. He's going to gather all the kings like he's doing right now. Syria is the battleground. You know, right now what's going on with Donald Trump and them, they want to aid Israel in infiltrating Syria. You know, and Syria is Syria's partners with Russia and other countries that don't like what's going on. So at some point war is going to break out, you know. But aside from that, you know, living your life, you know, Yahweh is going to give you strength to overcome these obstacles, and be strong, and don't let no woman deceive you. So it says, and Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars which were at which the house stood, and on which it was bore up, and one of them, wait, I already read that. It says, then his brethren and all the house of his father came down, and took him, and brought him up, and buried him between Zorah and Ashtaroth, in the burying of the place of Manoah his father, and he judged Israel 20 years. So that was his job, to make war with the Philistines and do his part in setting the Israelites free. But, you know, he was deceived by that woman, man. And a lot of these men that are of the Israel stock, man, they be deceived by women. They be played by them. And that spirit of dumbness and that spirit of blindness is heavy set on them. And they embrace it, you know. And for you to be that strong, man, and for you to be stumbling like that, you always got to sit back and work on yourself, man. Because if Samson would have just stood back and wait and been like, wait, this is some sort of setup. You know, I should have never spoke to her. I should never talk with her. You know, I should never told her my secret and how strong I am. And like he said, he let all his heart out to her, dumped his whole heart out to her, and she still betrayed him. You know, she still turned his back on him. That's why, and I'm not saying all women, but it's a vast majority of women that you just can't trust. You got to be strong. You can't just open yourself to no woman. You can't just give them your all. You can't just be worshiping them. That shit is wrong. Like it said in the Bible, women shall compass a man in these days, man. They choose who they want to be with. They choose who they want to play. They choose who they going to use, man. Don't be one to get used like that. I was listening to this guy. He put so much the wisdom that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai was owed me, because I understood what the bro was saying. You know, and it pumped me up with so much strength, and it pumped me up with so much encouragement, that the next time I encounter women, I'm going to be a whole different man. I'm going to be a stronger man. I'm going to be a better man. You know, and that's the whole point. Yahweh want to build you up, especially in these times to come. You're going to want to be cutthroat. You're going to be cold-hearted. You're going to want to be strong, man. You're going to want to be determined, and you ain't going to be able to trust nobody like that in these times to come. We already in them times now. It says, for iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall grow wax cold. Especially for the men, bro. You're not supposed to give a fuck, man. Don't care, man, no matter what they go through, man. Don't be sitting up there helping this female, and you obviously know what she's going through. You know her objective. You know, like they said, if a woman getting attacked by a man, it might be her boyfriend. Don't step in to help her. Mind your own business, like they said. Or if a woman is going through it and you know that she's dealing with another man, then you need to step out, man. Because that can mean life or death for you. You know, you just the guy that's happened to sleep with her, but little do you know she dealing with multiple men, and one of them men happen to be some sort of psycho or some sort of simp that's going crazy, and he want to hurt you, and he want to hurt you, and he want to kill her. All over a woman. And like I said, many of us have gone out our wits over women. You're not supposed to be doing that shit, bro. You really not. So focus on that, and be better. And Samson's story was encouraging. Be strong, man. And he was one of the 144,000, one of the judges of Israel. He had that power, man. He was killing a lot of men, even animals, beating their ass. And he had all that strength and gave it up over a woman. Hey, some men be having all the power, some men be having all the glory, man, and they give it up and they fall short because of a woman, man. Because of a woman. Amen. Amen to Yahweh Shem Yahushai for such wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. What's that nigga name? This is some Mexican dude named Daddy Yankee. He trusted his wife so much. He loved his wife so much that this girl, I don't think she had total access to his information, but she happened to get her hands onto his bank accounts and his money and pulled out $10 million out of his bank account. Been with him before he was rich. Been with him. But she felt like since he didn't give her no money, that she was accountable to some, and took that nigga money and ran with it, man. Ran with it, man. And probably that was her plan from the get. She probably loved him at one point in time, and then that shit went short. And, you know, she stopped giving a fuck about him, stopped respecting him, you know. Felt like, oh, he cheated on me, this is a perfect excuse. Took his money and ran. Took half that, took a good portion of that nigga money and got on, you know. So, you know, you can't be trusting him. You gotta look out, man. You gotta be careful, man. You know, and listen to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Listen to your senses, man. You know, and get your stuff together, because a lot of women respect stronger men. So you need to be that. You need to be a part of that number of them strong men that a lot of women gonna respect. Don't be no simp. Don't be no loser. Don't be the fallout guy, man. Don't be that, man. Because you're not gonna get the attention. You're not gonna get what you want. The Lord and follow Yahweh Shem Yahushai too. Especially that, mainly that, because the Lord will glorify you, man. You know. But the good and the bad are at a balance. So you're gonna have to deal with challenges because you got these blessings. You're gonna have to deal with certain things, man. You know, and shit, I done ran out of words, but that was a good lesson, a good quick lesson. I'm gonna end it at the 50. You know, it's getting dark out here. I gotta finish my run. I should have came out here earlier. My workout's been getting a lot longer. You know, I've been putting a lot of more pressure on myself, pushing myself a lot harder. You know, reaching new heights, man. You know, keep going. Ask Yahweh for strength. You know, ask the Lord for determination. Ask the Lord for isolation. Ask the Lord, you know, for suffering, because all that makes you stronger. All that makes you a better man. And that's one thing that I can honestly say, man. And that's a good thing, man. You know, stay circumspect. Watch out for the signs of the times. You know, because these times are coming to pass. You know, a lot of these signs are evident. You know, stay in the Bible. You know, stay to yourself until you're ready to go out and go, you know, have fun and mingle. You know, don't be trusting no woman. Stay on your path. Stay single. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be trying to get no family plan. Don't be trying to be no family man. It's just not worth it in these times. You save that for the next life. Sorry to say it like that, but that's true. Save it for the next life, because this life right here, hell no, man. It's just not worth it, man. But I'm about to get ready to cut it off. It's cold. It's not cold, but it's dark, and man, shit. I came out here, I did what I had to do. It was quite the short lesson, and very important lesson. And that was a good story. So with that, call on Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. In the name of Yahushai, Shalom. Much love to whoever's listening, because I know I got demonetized. I've been demonetized. So whoever listening is listening. Much love to you guys, and Shalom.